This week on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank, thrilling games from all sorts of games from all around the Bay Area. We'll see Liberty battle Pittsburgh, Mountain View takes on Los Gatos, and St. Pat's beats Northgate.
We'll have baseball with San Benito and Valley Christian, soccer with Monte Vista and Wilcox, and the story of the Fremont soccer star joining the boys baseball team. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start this week with the Bay Area's top-ranked team, De La Salle. The Spartans come into this week with a perfect 3-0 record and looking better each and every game.
They really are. Jesuit is coming off a thrilling overtime win over Christian Brothers and looking to topple the mighty Spartans on Thursday night. The De La Salle Spartans taking the field on this Thursday night matchup with Jesuit from Carmichael. First quarter, the Spartans' Dorian Hale back to throw, and the lefty finds junior Michael Freeman down the far sidelines, 45 yards on the play. A few plays later, it's Hale keeping it himself, breaking tackles, 10 yards, and a 7-0 De La Salle lead. Jesuit looking to come back, but the Spartan D was huge all night long, coming in from the edge as Robbie Vanderglat, an outstanding senior for the Spartans. 2 minutes left in the first, the Spartans looking to extend their lead, but Roman Cannon steps in front and picks it off. A terrific play there by Cannon. Second quarter, and the Marauders capitalized. Preston Vukovic firing deep into the end zone for tight end Kaleki Latu, and the 6'7" senior makes a sparkling catch, and we're tied at 7-all. Jesuit with the ball again, but this time the Spartans make a big play as Trey Dean picks it off and takes it deep into Marauder territory. Handed to Nico Torres, who speeds around the corner, 3 yards and into the end zone, a 14-0 De La Salle lead. Jesuit driving just before the half, but look out! John Puckett blitzing from his linebacker spot, and that's how you draw it up. Third quarter, the Spartans extend their lead as Torres takes it in. 3 TDs on the night for Nico. The Spartans cap it off with junior quarterback Luke Derman tossing to Journey McCoy, and we're going to go on a journey with McCoy. It's a 48-yard touchdown play as the Spartans win it behind Hale and Torres to go to 4-0 on the season.
It's the San Leandro Pirates playing host to the Bishop O'Dowd Dragons as they look to start the season 3-0 for the first time in 16 years. San Leandro gets the ball first, but 2 plays in, O'Dowd's Elijah Brown decides he wants to see his offense on the field. That's an interception. With O'Dowd in nice field position, Jesse Madden slings it to Matt White for the 9-yard catch and run. The Dragons try to settle 4-3, but not if the Pirates' Claudio Tinoco has anything to say about it. He blocks the field goal attempt. Ferrari Miller takes it back to the Dragons' 35-yard line, but the drive would stall. Still in the first quarter, San Leandro gets a spark from its quarterback, Demetrius Freeney Jr., our player of the week. He makes the man miss, and then he's off to the races, a 60-yard scamper to the house, giving the Pirates a 6-0 lead. On the ensuing Dragons drive, it's Madden connecting with White again for a 15-yard gain, but another stalled drive keeps the score at 6-0 Pirates. The Dragons get the ball back later in the quarter. This time, they capitalize. Madden hits Tyler Hunter for this 16-yard touchdown strike. On the 2-point attempt, it's Madden to senior Harrison Jenkins to give the Dragons an 8-6 lead going into the half. And in the second half, O'Dowd extends the lead. Madden hits White again, and watch White get through 5 defenders on his way in for a 6. The 27-yard touchdown makes the score 15-6, and that was the final. Madden and White, the dynamic duo in this O'Dowd win.
I'm Courtney Tate in Palo Alto as the Lady Titans prepare to host Mountain View for the first matchup of the season. First up on Deshae Turner bumps it over to defensive specialist Lydia Weeks, who bumps it up to Millie Kopp. She spikes it over as Mountain View wins the first set 25-18. Second set now, Mountain View down early, but the Spartans come back as Lydia Weeks gets it to Kesserling, who sets up Lyric Mansing for the spike. Gunn gets it back over to Kesserling again, setting up Turner for one of her huge kills, one of her 10 kills on the night. But Gunn fought back the entire night right here. Matsuko Washada Nakamatsu makes a diving save, setting up Lillian Ding to spike it over. Kesselring with a great effort to keep her alive, but Gunn scores the point. Still Mountain View takes the second, 25-23. Third, Manton bumps it up to Turner, who gets another huge kill. She had an incredible match for the Spartans. Later in the third, Turner gets it over Kudryavtsev to Gualdani. She gets it up to Anna Steinuccino for the spike. Gunn scores another big point to try and rally back. Finally, Turner sets up Bridget Stubner, who rips it off the defender as Mountain View goes to win 3 straight sets. Turner leads all players with 10 kills and 3 aces as Mountain View wins its first matchup of the season.
I'm Allie Williams with highlights from Wednesday afternoon as the undefeated Saratoga Falcons host Monte Vista. Saratoga's Kate Oberhauser battling. Layla Chowdhury takes over and passes it out to Georgia Adams. The crossfield pass to Elena Burgess sets her up for a shot, but Rome Hashimi is there to bat it out of play. Later on, Monte Vista in possession, but Lauren Yarrington swoops in. She swings around and has a shot. The kick is good, and Yarrington has the defense and the offense. Saratoga is on the board. The Falcons lead by 1 at halftime. In the second half, Saratoga trying to add on. Kate Oberhauser close to the net, but Rome Hashimi again stops it for the save to keep the Falcons lead at 1. Matadors keep fighting. They look for a shot. Alexa Baxter drives downfield and pushes past defenders to get it to Niku Sadaret. She gets off a good shot, but Jalen Harrington saves it to keep the lead. Harrington kicks it out, but Shreya Kaushik tries again, and it is just off. Saratoga hangs on for the win, and the Falcons improve to 5-0.
Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a wrap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Rikers Center.
Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Oh yeah, Rikers Center, Cal High Sports. These are your Players of the Week. Oh yeah. You need yards on the ground, he's an adequate source. It's senior running back, Richard Jackson IV. See him blowing by defenders, that's a force to be reckoned with. On offense and defense, he's heavily competitive. 3 touchdowns, 168 yards, 6 tackles and a fumble recovered. He plays hard for the Gun Titan football team. They smoothly coasted, 42-12, going on to defeat Homestead.
Demetrius Freeney must have been eating his Wheaties. He picked apart opponents, put in the meanie and eenie. The senior QB for the San Leandro Pirates left the defense saying, with one hand over the eyelid. 3 rushing touchdowns against Monroe Catholic. Pull out the overtime win like go Gadget. Performance so classic and totally pleasing. San Leandro's now 2-0 in the season. Yeah. Those are your Players of the Week. Shout out Big Murph, Rahman Jamal, and Trigger D.
49ers Prep and U.S. Bank awards the Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week every week.
This week's Coach of the Week is Jason Miller. Coach Miller and his Gun Titans got revenge against Homestead last week after the Mustangs took the league title away from them on the last game of the 2019 regular season. Gun beat the Mustangs 42-6. Coach Miller is in his 4th year as the Gun head coach, and the Titans have gotten stronger every year. Jason Miller, this week's 49ers Prep presented by U.S. Bank Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week. Stevens Creek Chevrolet brings us the Spirit Corner each week.
This week featuring the cheer squad from San Mateo High School.
Who are we? Mateo! What are we?
Coming up, it's the NCS Monster Game. It's a clash of titans as Liberty meets Pittsburgh.
And to the softball diamond for Arroyo and Berkeley. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
This is the gap that opened up when everything shut down. But entrepreneurs never stopped and found solutions that kept them going. At U.S. Bank, we can help you adapt and evolve your business, no matter what you're facing. Because when you close the gap, a world of possibility opens. U.S. Bank, we'll get there together.
Get ready to cheer for your next new or used car at Stevens Creek Chevrolet.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
We're ready to make your buying experience safe and easy. Come to our dealership to see and test drive one of hundreds of great Chevrolet cars and trucks. Or you can go online to shop, order, and have your new car delivered right to your door. So get fired up for a great deal right here at
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
Go to SB Live California as your destination for the very best in local high school sports coverage online. SB Live brings sports fans exclusive articles, highlights, coaches, polls, and photo galleries. Get the SB Live app for the latest scores from games played all around the Bay Area and California. This season, SB Live brings you exclusive content in partnership with 49ers Cal High Sports. Follow us at SB Live CA on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. SB Live, the Bay Area's first destination for the latest in high school sports.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Invisalign, transforming smiles, changing lives. By Stevens Creek Chevrolet, find new roads. By Wingstop, order Wingstop's new all-in bundle, just $19.99. See wingstop.com for restrictions and details. And by Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact.
We are back with this week's NCS Monster Game. It's a battle of undefeateds as 2-0 Liberty takes on 2-0 Pittsburgh.
The two teams leading the Bay Valley League with impressive wins to start this season. It's the NCS Monster Game, and Robert was there.
Monster game, yeah.
Some high-quality quarterbacks featured in tonight's game between the Liberty Lions and the Pittsburgh Pirates here in the last game being played this year at Pittsburgh Stadium. For Liberty, look for the sophomore Nate Bell, number 7, in at quarterback for the Lions. He's done very well so far in 2 games this year. The Pirates will alternate quarterbacks. Eli Brickhandler is the senior, number 3. Jaden Rashada, a sophomore, number 5. Both of them also playing very well this year. Should be an exciting game tonight here at Pirates Stadium in the Monster Game. Senior night at Pitt as Eli Brickhandler is honored with his parents. First snap for Eli. He tosses to Matt Caseta, who throws to a wide open Kwatama Masakoya. The double pass works really well. 67 yards and the Pirates have a 7-0 lead. Pitt back with the ball handed to Daytwan Pearson, who weaves his way through the line, and he is really fast. 72 yards and Pitt has a 14-0 lead early in the first. In at quarterback now is Jaden Rashada, and Jaden fires a perfect strike over the middle to Casada, who hauls it in 39 yards, and before the sun is set, the Pirates have a 21-0 lead. More Pitt in the second. Brickhandler back to throw, but decides to run it. Good idea as Eli walks in, and it's 28-0 Pittsburgh Pirates. Later in the second, it's a Liberty punt handled by Casada, who goes one way, goes another, breaks a tackle, breaks another, and Casada is gone. 72 yards, and the Pirates are rolling. Now later in the second quarter, Rashada back in at quarterback. He throws, the pass is completed, but the ball is fumbled. But there to scoop it up is Lamont Fortenberry, and Lamont takes it and races in for another Pirates touchdown. Heads up play here by Fortenberry. A big game for Pearson, who takes the handoff and scampers 58 yards for the second of his 2 touchdowns on the night. Liberty was able to get into the end zone late as Nate Bell throws over the middle to Anthony Munoz, but not nearly enough as Pitt wins in very impressive fashion, which meant a lot, especially to the seniors, including senior quarterback Eli Brickhandler.
It's a 5-game season, which is short, but I'm thankful. God blessed all of us with an opportunity to play this year. And, you know, there's a bunch of teams and a bunch of players that have been dealt with shorter seasons due to COVID and stuff like that. So I'm blessed to be able to have a 5-game season, even though it's short, and be able to compete with my brothers.
The Berkeley Yellow Jackets hosting Arroyo in an important league matchup. Top of the third, 1-0 Dons. Tori Cortez with a runner on, hits a high fly ball to right. Ariana Williams scores from first on the Cortez hit. It's 2-0 Dons. Bottom of the inning, the Jackets have a runner on second when Cesar Fleischman slaps one up the middle. That's Elisa Heighton scoring, and it's 2-1 Arroyo. But the Dons get that run right back and then some. With the bases loaded, Williams whacks the ball down the right field line. Scoring is Chelsea Brown, Sierra Pasco, and Isabel Reyes. Williams with the triple. 4 batters later, Ashley Reyes cashes in on a long fly ball to center. To third goes Kayla Belletter, and Isabel scores. It's 7-1 Arroyo. Next batter is Ariana Ibarra, and that ball is hit hard. A 7-run inning for the Dons. Berkeley trying to get a rally going in the bottom of the 5th. Melody Castro lines one to the right center gap and jogs into second for the double. But the Don pitcher, Tori Cortez, would go on to strike out the side. A dominant performance from Cortez, pitching all 7, allowing just 2 hits and striking out 10. 9-1 the final in Berkeley.
Valley Health Plan and the San Jose Earthquakes bring us the soccer players of the week every week.
This week's Boys Player of the Week is Los Gatos forward Mateo Perud. The Cats were really proud of Mateo as he headed in the game-winning goal last week. The Girls Player of the Week is Karina Snow. Karina had the lone goal as the Spartans picked up a big win last week. Albany's Construction is a leader in construction for major projects all across the state.
Each week, Albany's brings us the Dirty Work play. Doing the dirty work this week is Jesse Madden for Bishop O'Dowd. Keeping the ball and diving into the end zone, Jesse Madden looking like Madden 2021. Doing the dirty work just like Albany's Construction.
Cal Hope is working to make it easier for teens to battle through the emotional stress of the pandemic.
Here's this week's Cal Hope mental health tip.
It's hard to be happy and relaxed during this stressful time. So when you're home, make a game plan for mental wellness. Reading or watching too much news about the virus can be overwhelming. It's okay to tune out sometimes and give yourself a break.
Coming up, we go to the North Bay for a great matchup with Cardinal Newman hosting Rancho Catani.
And later, more girls volleyball as St. Francis meets Smitty.
People always ask me what I got on. They be like, hey, Brandon, what you got on? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Invis is everything braces isn't. More comfortable, fewer emergency appointments. Invisalign.
It's understandable to feel anxious, stressed, or lonely because of COVID-19. Physical separation, your own health, and the health of friends and family can weigh heavily on you. Call a timeout on work. Get a game plan for mental wellness with crucial mental health resources from Cal Hope. We'll help you carry the ball. Call 1-833-317-HOPE to talk to someone who can help, or visit calhope.org. Cal Hope, official partner of the San Francisco 49ers.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we're in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Invis is everything braces isn't. Eating the food you love, life uninterrupted. Invisalign.
We are Los Altos High School Eagles, and you're watching 49ers Cal High.
The North Bay League with a rare Tuesday night game this week with League Powers Rancho Catani and Cardinal Newman meeting. Rancho coming off an opening week win over Casa Grande with senior Jacob Greiner throwing for 220 yards.
Cardinal Newman is led by impressive 6'3" senior quarterback Jordan Cook, the top 2 teams in the North Bay this week.
Adrian Soriano here in Santa Rosa as Cardinal Newman hosts Rancho Catani. The Cardinals get the ball to start the game, give it to Sion Nunnally on the end around, and Sion runs it into Rancho Catani territory for a big gain. Then it's Jordan Cook on the short pass to Ethan Kelly, who finds his way into the end zone as Cardinal Newman takes a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals knocking on the door again on their next drive. Cook throws it to Kelly again, and Kelly powers in for the TD, and it's 14-0 Cardinals. One more for Cardinal Newman as Kelly gets the handoff and sprints in for his 3rd touchdown of the quarter, and it's 21-0 Cardinal Newman after 1. Rancho Catani trying to answer in the second. Ryan Kane passes to Gianni Gigliello, who makes a couple defenders miss and turns on the Jets all the way to the 35-yard line. But the Cardinal Newman defense makes a stand in the red zone. Michael Shockey gets the sack here. Still 21-0 Cardinals at halftime. The Cards add on to the lead in the second half. Julian Cortina kicks a 26-yard field goal through the uprights, 24-0 Cardinals. The Cougars get on the board late in the game. Kane takes it himself, finds a hole, runs down the sideline, and dives in for the 40-yard touchdown, but not enough as Cardinal Newman wins it 24-6 to go to 3-0 on the season.
U.S. Bank helps bring you stories each week of inspirational athletes who amaze us in all sorts of ways.
Tonight we meet the top soccer player from Fremont Christian School who is doing what no girl has done at that school ever before. This is Fremont Christian Jr. McKenna Nolasco taking fly balls at a recent practice with the boys' varsity baseball team. McKenna is a girl playing on the boys' team, mainly because softball is not being offered this pandemic season and basketball is still uncertain. McKenna plays club soccer at the highest level. She has interest from Division I schools because of her ball handling skills and her ability to score.
And being my junior year and with the whole COVID situation, none of my sports were happening, and so I was unsure with whether I'd get to play this year. And then coach would joke around, oh, you should play baseball. And at first it was just a silly little joke we had. But then I started considering it, and I was like, this would be a fun opportunity because I know coach really well. And a lot of my friends play on the baseball team, and I thought it'd be a great way to just stay active during this time, and it'd be super fun. So
McKenna is happiest when she's busy. In addition to soccer, she's played for the school's volleyball and basketball teams.
Well, McKenna is she's a true leader at everything she does. She was the captain and MVP of my varsity basketball team last year. She led us to an undefeated season. She was the MVP of her soccer team.
So without sports, I kind of felt a little empty, like my life's missing something, and I'm used to go, go, go. Oh, I have school, now I have practice, oh, time to go to my club practice now. Like I'm used to having this busy, full schedule, and so without sports, I just felt really lazy.
McKenna wasn't sure she could play baseball. She had limited time playing softball, but she decided to give it a try.
Oh yeah, I was very nervous about the fast pitching and being able to hit against that because I've only played slow pitch and then one season of fast pitch softball. And these boys throw really hard, so like being at first, you gotta be prepared to catch any ball. But after a few practices, I felt good about it, and you kind of just get used to the speed of play and everything.
We were kind of joking at first, but I said, why don't you come on out? See, the worst that could happen is you're not very good and we go home. And it was more than not very good. It was a pleasant surprise, and she's on her way to starting on the varsity this year.
From day one, McKenna was accepted as part of the team.
I mean, I wasn't even surprised, you know. She's super athletic, and I've known her my whole life. She's my best friend, and so when she showed up, I was super supportive. You know, I was all for it, and it was great seeing her out there.
It turns out Emilio has known McKenna since preschool, so fitting in his best friend on the squad was a natural. Still, to McKenna, proving herself was important.
But it's very different with boys because as the girl, you have to kind of like show and like prove yourself more, I feel like, and show that I deserve to be there and I deserve to play.
The Fremont Christian team will play a limited schedule this season. This RBI bunt single by McKenna in a recent game shows how she is contributing. The chance to get into the game was important for McKenna to keep busy. McKenna does have interest from D1 soccer school. She's a big fan of Santa Clara University, but she will definitely go somewhere. She is really good on the soccer field.
Good.
And in so many other sports.
Good. We hope to get her this season then.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Wingstop brings the Wings of an Angel honor each week, where the student athlete talks about their favorite teacher.
Here's James Lambert talking about his favorite teacher from Gunn High School, Mark Weissman.
My favorite teacher here at Gunn is Mark Wiseman, because we have a good time talking about football, and also I just really enjoy his U.S. history class. I think he teaches it in a really good way.
Our Wings of an Angel teacher will receive a Wingstop gift card for doing such a great job.
Wingstop is also honoring Terry Blanchard, a Wingstop owner who passed away last spring from COVID-19. Wingstop will be supporting scholarships for athletes of color in Terry's honor. Those scholarships to be presented at our awards ceremony in June.
Coming up, more Bay Valley League action with Heritage and Freedom.
And senior night for the Midi Monarchs as they take on league rival St. Francis.
Got 6 plus 1.
Wingstop for
Who ordered lunch to class? Chloe? Archie? Eleanor? Oh, so nobody will fess up? Fine. I guess I'll just have to eat it all myself. 10-piece lemon pepper with extra ranch.
Yeah, it's in there.
Awesome, thanks.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Piercy Honda, located right off Highway 880 in Milpitas, is where you will find hundreds of new and pre-owned Hondas to choose from. Low credit score, no credit, first-time buyer? No problem, Piercy Honda can help. Find us online at piercyhonda.com to search our inventory, calculate your payments, and even complete your purchase. Piercy Honda is home to great customer service, great deals, and a more convenient way to buy a new or pre-owned Honda. Go to Piercy Honda in Milpitas.
The Guzmans were about to close on a home they adored, but at the last minute, their mortgage company denied their loan because the unusual home didn't meet their usual loan requirements. Heartbroken, they turned to Tri-Counties Bank home mortgage loan specialist Vincent Pagara. Specializing in custom loans for unique homes, his team quickly designed a creative solution, uniting the Guzmans and their home just in time. That's a perfect match. For personalized problem solving, switch to Tri-Counties Bank. Service with solutions.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. By the Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. And by the Serena Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine with Serena Group Real Estate, representing Palo Alto and the surrounding communities. I'm proud to support Bay Area high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
We are back with the Heritage Patriots, who are seeing great success this season with a flashy sophomore running back, Devin Rivers. He's flowing through defenses with 340 yards rushing in 2 games.
Well, the Freedom Falcons looking to slow Rivers down in the game played on Friday night.
I'm Courtney Tate here in Oakley as Heritage is on the road visiting the Freedom Falcons. Starting here in the second quarter, Freedom is up 14-7, but running back Devin Rivers gets the snap, finds a hole in that Falcon defense, takes it right up the middle, and he finds the end zone. Patriots tied up at 14. Still in the second, the Patriots start to find some momentum on offense as Rivers again finds a hole for a huge carry up the far side of the field. He gets to about the 20-yard line, giving the Patriots great field position for another touchdown. And who does Heritage look to get in the end zone? None other than Devin Rivers, again putting the Patriots up 20-14 late in the second. The Falcons tried to set up a late drive near the half to tie it up, but that would be the Patriot defense who comes up with a huge stop as tight end Bennett Rickard comes up with a big sack. Now in the third, the Falcon defense coming up with a big play early, forcing the fumble and recovering it near their own 7-yard line. Falcons set up for a big 1st and goal. And they look to running back Josiah Butler. He punches it in the end zone, tying the game up 20-all early in the second half. But the Patriots have an immediate response with an incredible touchdown run of their own as who else? You guessed it, Devin Rivers finds a tiny opening in the backfield, breaking 3 tackles. He takes it down the far sideline. Again, he does not stop running until he makes it all the way in the end zone. Heritage takes the lead 26-20. But the Falcons found some momentum of their own in the third as Josiah Butler carries it up the middle of the field, cuts to the left after breaking a couple tackles. He punches it in the end zone. Patriots still in the lead. And after missing an extra point kick in the first half, Vince Nunley gets in the end zone for a 2-point conversion, putting the Falcons up 28-27. Now the Falcon defense puts some pressure on Heritage as William Baldwin comes up with a huge tackle. But it's quarterback Christian Conley who comes up big on third down as he launches a long missile to Jaden Price. He carries it all the way to the end zone, putting the Patriots up 35-28. Now the Falcons have one last chance to get in the end zone, but it's Jaden Price who comes up with a game-winning interception. We have a final score here, Heritage 35, Freedom 28.
Adrian Soriano here in Santa Clara as Wilcox takes on Monte Vista. The Matadors looking to get on the board first from a corner kick. The ball eventually finds Ikraj Rout, who finishes the shot for the goal, and it's 1-0 Monte Vista. But the Chargers get a corner of their own a few minutes later. Cole Schumacher kicks it into the box, and the ball finds Sabanali Yüksel, who shoots it off a defender for the equalizer as both teams go into the half tied at 1. Monte Vista keeping the pressure on in the second half, but Sammy Molina gets one of his 10 saves on the night. The Chargers trying to take the lead late in the game. Aiden Moreno steals the ball away, sprints into the box, dribbles past the defender, and taps it in for the goal, and it's 2-1 Wilcox Chargers. But the Matadors get a free kick late. Xander Francourt tries one from long distance, and that shot finds the net for the equalizer as both teams finish a fantastic game, tied at 2-2.
I'm Courtney Tate at Mitty High, where the St. Francis Lancers take on the Monarchs on their senior night. In the first set here, Madison Hanayan sets up Reagan Dryden for the spike, but St. Francis sends it back over to Hanayan again. She sets up Kavya Narayan for the kill. Mitty wins the first set 25-16. Here in the second, Audrey Lytle bumps it up to Madison Hanayan again. Jenna McNally gets it over to Kira Kellerman, who bumps it to Allison Coe, setting up Charlize Lim for a big kill of her own. St. Francis takes the second set 25-18. Now in the third, Madison Peisch chases it down to get it to Allison Coe, setting up Kira Kellerman again for one of her 12 kills on the night. Still in the third, Reagan Dryden sends it over to Lauren Squire, who gets it to Eleonora. She sets up Lanuela Salava, who scores a huge kill. St. Francis win this competitive set 25-21. Now in the fourth, Mitty tries to fight back as Allison Coe gets it to Hadley Haselden, who sets up Madison Peisch, but Audrey Little and Sandrea Thomas come up with a huge block. But finally, it was all St. Francis as Allison Coe sets up Sawana Lie for one of her 5 kills on the night. St. Francis goes on to win this match 3-1.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
We now enter the scholarship portion of the Volunteer Award. All of those volunteers from this season are now being contacted, and in the end, we will have 5 of the volunteers sharing $10,000 in scholarship money from Lexus of Stevens Creek.
Coming up, the Blossom Valley League battle as Lee takes on Westmont.
And later, it's Live Oak and Christopher as 49ers Cal High Sports rolls along.
We are back with the Lee Longhorns off to a very impressive 2-0 start. The Horns led by senior running back Max Griffiths, who has 221 yards rushing in 2 games.
The Warriors feature Adolfo Carrasco, who ran for 152 yards in the Warriors' opening night win. 2 powerful ground attacks meeting at Westmont Friday night. The undefeated Lee Longhorns traveling to play the Westmont Warriors, looking to bounce back from a loss last week. Lee gets her offense going first. Max Velikanovs connects with Rigo Calindras for the 23-yard completion. Just 2 plays later, it's Max Griffiths with a 6-yard touchdown run, and it's 7-0 Longhorns. A few drives later, Griffiths again. This time he takes the handoff, bounces outside, and then he is off all the way. 46 yards for the score, 14-0 Longhorns. Later in the second, it's Westmont trying to answer back. Zachary Zapata hits Daniel Shin, who takes it 41 yards. On the huge 3rd and long, that puts the Warriors offense in business. Only a couple plays later, Adolfo Carrasco punches it in from 2 yards out, cutting the Longhorn lead to only a touchdown. In the second half, it's the Longhorns looking to extend their lead. Griffiths takes the handoff for 10 yards to pick up the first down. Later in the drive, the Longhorns in Warrior territory, staring at 4th and short. Quarterback Velikanovs calls his own number, keeps it himself, and picks up the first. The Longhorns try to cap off the 15-play drive with a field goal, but not if Quinn Huang has anything to say about it. 4th quarter, Longhorns again trying to put the game away. Westmont's defense comes up with another big play. The forced fumble and recovery, but the drive would stall. Griffiths caps off his big day by making 1, 2, 3 defenders miss on his way to the opposite sideline, where he outruns the rest of the defense. Dives in for the score to seal the game for the Longhorns. 21-7, Lee wins it with a big game from Griffiths.
Adrian Soriano here in Los Gatos as the Wildcats face Mountain View. The Cats score on their first offensive play of the game Alex Grotto heaves it deep for Quinn Merritt, who hauls it in for the touchdown. 7-0 Los Gatos. LG looking for more, give it to senior running back Adam Garwood, who finds a hole and runs it inside the 20-yard line. Then a few plays later, it's Garwood punching it in for the score, and it's 14-0 Wildcats. Los Gatos extend the lead on their next drive. It's Adam Garwood once again, and Adam turns on the Jets. 21 yards to pay dirt, and it's 21-0 Wildcats. Los Gatos on the attack again as Caspian Bailey gets the handoff and takes it to the 1. The Cats score a short time later, 28-0. One more for LG here, handed to Carson Gardner, and Carson will scamper in for the score, and it's 35-0 Wildcats after 1. Second quarter, and Alex Grotto throws it deep to Kyle Pinkham, who makes the catch in stride, and he is gone. 83 yards to the house as the Los Gatos Wildcats take a 42-0 lead. But the Spartans fight back later in the quarter. Leo Navarro powers into the end zone, and it's 42-6 Los Gatos at the half. LG adds on in the second half. Give it to Adam Garwood one more time, and Adam races down the far sideline, and he is gone again. 46 yards to the house as the Wildcats go to 3-0 in the season. Garwood finishing his night with 3 touchdowns.
The Benicia Panthers hosting Alhambra in league play Tuesday afternoon. In the third, the Bulldogs up 2-0. Kennedy Gooston slaps one down the third baseline, and don't give Gooston a chance for more bases because she will take them. 2 batters later, the bases are loaded for Isabella Emmerling, and she grounds one up the middle. Gooston and Kira Nielsen score 4-0 Dogs, a big hit for the UNC commit. Next batter is Kiyomi Applet, and she knocks in 2 more. Justine De La Cruz Carranza and Alexis Lippery score, and after a Benicia error, Alhambra would put up a 7 spot. It's 9-0. Panther center fielder Robin Balmediano lights a fire under the Benicia defense with a fantastic diving catch, but Alhambra's defense just as strong from start to finish. Applet throwing on the run to get the third out in the bottom of the third. It's 10-0 Alhambra. The Panthers need to score to stay in it. Lorenza Marchechi gets the rally going with a single up the left field line, but Allison Patrick was on fire on the mound. She induces a ground ball that turns into a 6-4-3 double play, and that ends the game 10-0 the final. Patrick goes 5 strong, allowing no earned runs on 4 hits. Applet and Emmerling 2 RBIs apiece.
The Harker School honors top athletes for their work in the classroom each week. This week's Harker Scholar athlete is a young lady you met earlier in the show, McKenna Nolasco, sports at a very impressive 4.3 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. Harker's girls varsity golf team picked up another win on March 24th, scoring 196 to Castellea's 232 at the Baylands Links. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. And remember, if you weren't able to be at the game, we have entire game videos available for purchase on our website at 49erscalhighsports.com. Be sure to check us out on social media for lots of fun content, including videos, news updates, and lots more. We're at 49ers Cal High everywhere.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to get updates on when new videos are posted each week. We have videos going back several years, so go to our YouTube channel to find your highlights from the past.
Coming up, it's the CCS Monster Game as Live Oak battles Christopher.
And St. Pat's takes on Northgate. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports.
We've all felt this gap, the distance between what is and what could be. While he's tapping into his passion, the U.S. Bank mobile app can help you tap your way to your savings goals without missing a beat, so you can feed his passion. Earplugs not included. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together.
It's understandable to feel anxious, stressed, or lonely because of COVID-19. Physical separation, your own health, and the health of friends and family can weigh heavily on you. Call a timeout on work. Get a game plan for mental wellness with crucial mental health resources from CalHOPE. We'll help you carry the ball. Call 1-833-317-HOPE to talk to someone who can help, or visit calhope.org. CalHOPE, official partner of the San Francisco 49ers.
For more than 65 years, Cupertino Electric has been delivering power and possibilities. With offices throughout California and project sites throughout the U.S., Cupertino Electric today builds renewable, commercial, utility, and data center projects for some of the most influential companies in the world. Beyond that, we are a people company. We build family, communities, and meaningful careers. Visit CEI.com today or connect with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, or other social sites to see our openings and join our team.
Devcon Construction is #1 in the Bay Area and Silicon Valley because of trust. 95% of our business comes from repeat customers. They know the customer is our top priority. That's why Devcon was the choice for the 49ers Stadium and for the Earthquake Stadium. Devcon was also chosen when outstanding schools like Bellarmine, the Nueva School, and Mitty wanted the very best on time and on budget. Top Bay Area companies know Devcon is the best choice whether it's new construction or renovation. Devcon Construction, helping to build the best in Silicon Valley. We're back with a South County rivalry as Morgan Hills Live Oak takes on Gilroy's Christopher High.
Live Oak comes into the game undefeated at 2-0. Christopher 1-0. A great matchup in this week's CCS Monster Game as we introduce our new reporter, Courtney Tate.
Monster Game, yeah.
We're here at Christopher High School for some Thursday night football action against the visiting Live Oak Acorns. They're here visiting the home team, Christopher Cougars. Now, last week, both teams started off the season undefeated, showcasing some pretty dominant wins. And tonight, we're looking for the home team, Logan Stelling, who rushed for 282 yards in last week's matchup. And on the offensive side, for the visiting team, they look to have their offense running through the passing and rushing, so that'll be a big assignment for that Cougar defense. It's Live Oak versus Christopher in tonight's CCS Monster Game. Here in the first, quarterback James Goodrich looks downfield for a long touchdown pass to senior Cole Sabala. He gets in the end zone, putting the Cougars up 6-0 early. But tonight was all about defense for the Cougars as Live Oak QB throws a long pass that's intercepted by senior Adam Andrade. He has 2 interceptions on the night. Still in the first, Goodrich launches another missile to Sabala, who scores his second touchdown on the night, putting the Cougars up 14-0 at the half. The Cougar defense was just clawing at the Acorn QB. Braden Clark comes out of nowhere and takes his feet out from under him. More defensive pressure right here from Clark's counterpart, number 80. Miguel Rangel wrangles the quarterback, coming up with one of his multiple sacks on the night. Those two guys were just dominant in this game. In the fourth, the Acorns make a big push offensively as quarterback Trent Cousins, under pressure, gets a throw off to Mosea Suwalala, who carries it up the far sideline where he gets taken down near the 5-yard line. And then there to punch it in the rest of the way is number 13, Jordan Fuentes. He dives in the end zone, scoring the Acorns' first touchdown on the night. Live Oak trying to get a rally going in late in this one, but there to stop their chance at a comeback is that dominant Christopher defense, of course, as Clark, Rangel, and friends come up with yet another sack, and that does it. 17-7 is the final. We talked to those two feisty defensive ends about this win.
It was big, especially coming off last year. We went 0-9. There's no better feeling, especially beating a really good team like this.
We just wish we could have playoffs because we feel like this team's different than it was last year. We play together, everyone talks, and we just play together.
In Gilroy with the Monster Game, I'm Courtney Tate with 49ers Cal High Sports.
The visiting St. Patrick St. Vincent Bruins looking to go 3-0 with a win over Northgate, but the Broncos looking to accomplish that same thing. 6 minutes in, quarterback Javi Shepard keeps it on the read option and outruns everyone on his way in for 6, a 50-yard TD run to start off this scoring. But on the next Bronco drive, Joe Fulp hits a crossing Lucas Thompson, and he shakes off a defender before finding his way to pay dirt. 7-6, Northgate leads it. Next quarter, Northgate near the 50, Fulp with a long pass up the middle, and it's Andrew Daigle wrestling the ball out of the Bruins' hands for the first down. But facing 4th and inches, the Bruins defense comes up with a huge stop at the goal line. It's a Bruin possession. Next play, though, Robbie Keyser intercepts the screen pass, and that is a Northgate touchdown. Here is the ensuing kickoff. Zion Booker starts at the 20-yard line, and nobody's going to catch him. Bye, Booker. An 80-yard return to tie this game up at 13. SBSV gets a nice drive going as the first half winds down. Shepard hits Booker, who then weaves his way through the defense. How's he going to get into the end zone? He makes a last-minute dive. The refs call him out at the 3-yard line, but no worries. The Bruins score on the next play. Brooks there for the TD SBSV 19, Northgate 13. Skipping ahead to the fourth, Northgate now down by 3. The Bronco defense steps up big in the second half. Daigle and Cooper champion the sack. A minute and a half left in this game. The Bronco offense driving. Thompson is met by 3 Bruins, but escapes and makes his way 35 yards downfield. The Broncos need to score to win it. 25 seconds left. Who should it be other than Thompson? The game-winning touchdown for the sophomore as the Broncos win big at home. 22-19, the final in Walnut Creek, an exciting one.
Coming up, the very best in Bay Area baseball as Granada hosts De La Salle.
And Valley Christian battles San Benito. That is next.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Lexus of Stevens Creek, we get it. By Clover Sonoma, the #1 milk brand in Northern California and proud partners of the 49ers. And by Devcon Construction, build, design, perform, sustain.
Opening week for many baseball teams around the Bay Area this week, among them perennial CCS playoff teams Valley Christian and San Benito, the two teams meeting in a home-and-home series this week.
The Warriors took the first game on the road Tuesday. The Hay Bailers looking for revenge in the game played Thursday afternoon.
Adrian Soriano here in San Jose as Valley Christian takes on San Benito. The Warriors get on the board first. Jonathan Simrod grounds one through the infield for a base hit. Easton Kreschel slides in safely, and it's 1-0 Warriors. Griffin Allen up next, and he scorches one deep to center field for a double. Simrod comes in all the way from first to score, and it's 2-0 Valley Christian after 1. Second inning, and VC gets a run on a pass ball. Then Simrod crushes one to left field as Kreschel scores one more time, and it's 4-0 Warriors. Allen keeps the line moving with a sharp single to center as Jeff Hurd and Simrod come in to score, and it's 6-0 VC. Top 3 and Austin Salamita hits a high fly ball to right. That one will find the ground as Salamita will slide into third safely for a triple. But Simrod gets a strikeout here to keep the Warriors lead to 6. To the bottom half now, and Tatum Marsh sends a blistering shot to right field. Jacob Hudson scores, and here comes Marsh rounding third, and he's gonna score for the most exciting play in baseball, the inside the park home run, as the Valley Christian Warriors win it 8-1 to go to 2-0 on the season.
Big crowd in Livermore to watch the hometown Granada Matadors meet De La Salle. Defense dominating early. A terrific play here by the Spartans. Slick fielding shortstop Caleb Chance. Still no score in the second. The Spartans threatening, but Granada gets the Ben Winnington to Colton Trudeau to Xavier Lordy double play. But the Spartans break the tie with a big blast by cleanup hitter Anthony Martinez. Hits a towering blast deep to right, a 2-run shot. And when you hit a home run for De La Salle, you have lots of friends ready to celebrate at home plate 32 to be exact. So in the fourth, runner on for A.J. Bianchina, who sends a looping liner to right, sending Liam Little to third. The Spartans get 1 on a fielder's choice, then 2 on for Alec Nava. With an inside-out swing going the other way, Bianchina scores, racing around third. And heading for home is Caleb Chance, and he dives in safe at the plate. 5-0 Spartans. Bottom 4, Granada battles back. A runner on for Will Wentworth, who slams it deep to center all the way to the fence. Heading for third is Logan Mock. It's a double for Wentworth. The Mats get 1 on a fielder's choice. Then Dylan Baxter comes up and shoots a sizzling shot up the middle. A base hit, scoring is Wentworth. The lead is cut to 5-3. Same score, bottom 7, a runner on for Logan Mock, who crushes it down the line and left just fair. Scoring is Josh Morano, and it's a 1-run game. 1 on, 1 out for Wentworth, and this guy had a game. Will clutches up and sends a rocket to right center. It's a double for a very excited Wentworth. Logan Mock scores. We go to extra innings. Bottom 8, runner at third for the sophomore Morano, and Josh comes through, sending it to deep right, past the diving fielder, and it's mayhem in Livermore as the Matadors get a thrilling come-from-behind walk-off win. 6-5 the final in 8 innings. Granada wins it. Here's Morano right after the game.
It felt great to beat such a good team, and
Time the Be Happy Play, brought to us by DGDG.com, where you can be a happy car buyer.
This week's Be Happy Play goes to... Yep, it had to be these guys you just saw. It's the sophomore Josh Morano with a game-winning hit, and the Granada Matadors were pretty happy about it in this week's DGDG.com Be Happy Play. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer. It's Deja Vu. Clover Sonoma Dairy helps us look back at high school stars now grazing in bigger fields.
This week, we catch up with Wilcox pitcher Kyle Bearclaw. Kyle was great on the mound and at the plate for the Chargers. Kyle then went on to play 4 years at St. Mary's College before being drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals in the 7th round of the 2012 Major League Draft. Kyle traveled around to a variety of teams and is now in the New York Yankees organization and will likely play at AAA Scranton this season.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. It might be this play, but we'll see.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Reicha Center.
Hi, my name's Coach Jack. In today's exercise, our monster band walks. Lauren's going to demonstrate. She's going to take a band and put it around her feet. And she's going to pick up her band and hold it in her hands. She's going to glide, taking a step to her left, keeping her tension on the band, keeping her feet shoulder width apart. She'll take about 5 steps to her left. After that, she'll come back and come the other way. This is a great exercise to warm up your hips and activate your glutes. And that's monster band walks.
Lots of great plays again this week, but the Service by Medallion Play of the Week always goes to the play we thought was the best of the best.
We count down the contenders, and then we will name the best play from this past week.
The week.
First up, watch Elijah Brown Bishop tip the pass and then intercept it. Nice play there, Elijah. Justine De La Cruz Carranza from Benicia, a beautiful diving catch in center field. But the play of the week goes to Xavier Francoeur from Monte Vista with the free kick goal. He could not have placed it any better in that top corner of the net. Xavier Francoeur, this week's play of the week.
That's the play of the week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week. We'll meet the linemen from Gunn High School, raised in Dubai and adapting to life in Palo Alto. We'll see you then.